What's up, guys? So I just wanted to chat with you today. This is a subject I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I just never got around to it. But yeah, the subject is on having two kids so close in age. This is purely from my own experience. If you're looking to have, if you just had a baby and you're trying to think about when you want to have your next one, listen to some videos, listen to other people's experiences, but go with your gut. If it's something that you really want to do, just do it. Don't even think about it. I'm just going to speak on it because I had a lot of challenges with having two kids so close in age. So maybe you would benefit from listening to my challenges. Everyone's at a different place in their lives though. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I stay at home all day with my kids. My boyfriend works all day, and I live kind of far away from family. So I don't have any family to help, and we don't trust other people to watch our kids, so we won't get babysitters and stuff. So this is my experience always being with the kids. And I'm gonna start from the very beginning, just so you see what I've gone through the last year and 2 months. I hear it gets a lot better though when the kids are 4 or 5 years old. So, this is just my present moment and what it's been like. But so when Luna was 9 months old, I got pregnant with Zaid. So when Zaid was born, Luna was a year and a half. They are a year and a half apart. Luna was very much planned. Zaid was very much poorly planned. I feel like if you're gonna have kids, plan them out, use protection. Life right now is so unpredictable with people's finances and jobs that you don't want to just be popping kids out. I didn't think it through when I had Zaid. I was kind of well, we already have one, we can have two, not thinking about how difficult it would be to have two. So it happened, it is what it is. I have no regrets. I'm just sharing my story. So I wrote this list, so I'll be looking down at it. Okay, so the challenges. I'm gonna go through the challenges first because it's what I have felt the most. So in the very beginning, when I had Zaid, I had little to no recovery time. So usually when you have a baby, you kind of rest up for a few weeks. I didn't rest anything. I rested for 3 days and then that's it. Usually, they tell you, when your baby sleeps, try and get some rest as well. But when Zaid was sleeping, I had a 1-year-old to worry about and to cater to. So, he would take naps maybe every 2 hours. And then Luna would take 2 naps a day. But it would take me a little bit to get her to nap. So it was almost impossible to get them both to sleep at the same time. So, one was awake, one was sleeping, one was sleeping, one was awake. It was always like that. And Zaid, he didn't sleep throughout the whole night until just recently, maybe a month ago or 2 months ago when he turned a year and 1 month. So the whole first year was really hard because he didn't sleep throughout the night, and then during the day it's not like I could take a nap because I had to take care of Luna. And when he was just born, he would throw up in his sleep in the middle of the night. So I actually slept on this recliner with him on my chest at an incline for the first 2 months. And they say not to do that, but you do whatever you can when you have a newborn that doesn't want to sleep and you're scared they're gonna die in the middle of the night. So yeah, I was terrified. So I would just hold him really close and barely close my eyes. So that was really hard, the no recovery time. They also said not to lift heavy weights, but when you have a toddler that wants to be carried all the time, I would have the little baby in the sling almost all day, the baby carrier on my chest, and then I would have Luna on my hip. So they were always on me. So because I didn't rest right, now every time I laugh, I pee, my hips feel very unaligned. My back hurts a lot. So yeah, all that from not being able to have time to rest. Another thing is there's absolutely no downtime. When you have one baby, it's a little bit easier to get somebody to watch your kid, like your mom or your grandparents or whatever. When you have two, it's almost impossible because your newborn only wants you, and if you're breastfeeding, even worse, it's like really only you. So I had no downtime, and I'm a person that I like my me time, and I didn't have that. So that ended up like it led to me being very inactive. So I wasn't very active, and then that led to me kind of overeating because I was laying down with the baby all day, or carrying Luna, or trying to cook and carry both kids at the same time. I was really stressed, so I would look to food. So right now, a year and a half after giving birth to Zaid, I am back at my baby weight. So since having Luna 2.5 years ago, I have gained a total of like 20 pounds. And right now I'm on the journey of losing it, but yeah, it's been tough. I've been eating a lot, so that's something. It's harder also to get babysitters. That was one thing I put. Yeah, so that also affects your relationship because you don't have any time with your partner. So not only do you have no time for yourself, but you have no time for your relationship. And if you're gonna choose one or the other, it's gonna be yourself. So your relationship really gets put on the back burner for the whole first year. At least mine did. And it affected us. I mean, we weren't very happy at one point. We were even thinking like, well, should we separate? But it's not even a thought because we're a family and we built this family together, and we're gonna go through it all together. But it is really tough, and I can see why a lot of people separate after they have children, because it's difficult. You're not sleeping in the same bed. You're barely being intimate. There's no, attention given to one another. So just recently we started sleeping together for like half the night, and then once the babies start crying, we'll go and sleep with them. But it's getting better, and it's gonna get even better as time goes by. Oh my God, this was one of the hardest things for me, leaving the house. So I hate to be home all day. I like to be out in nature, bike riding, walking, going to the parks with the kids, something. But it was so hard because Zaid would cry all the time for milk. He would cry the entire ride inside the car. And then Luna wanted to like run around and be adventurous, and she wasn't ready to climb things, so I would have to help her, but I would have to like hold him. It's really hot in South Florida, so I'd have this like newborn to like 6-month-old baby freaking sweating in a stroller. And then it was still difficult when he started crawling because the floor at the parks were super hot. They were burning. So I would have to go to the park either really early in the morning or early in the afternoon. And then now that he's walking, both kids like separate. I have Zaid like walking this way, Luna needs help climbing a pole, or she got stuck, and I'm just like, I don't even know. It's so hard. And then now that people, sex trafficking has been put out there more, like I'm scared that somebody might jack one of my kids at the park. So going out with both kids is a mission. And in the beginning, it was so hard to even go to the grocery store. So thank God, like places like Aldi's and Publix and Walmart, they all do delivery to your house. I take full advantage of that. So yeah. Okay, this is one of the things that has hurt me the most, and the thing that made me realize that it really, I don't know if it was worth having two kids so close in age. And that's what made me like think, I don't think others should do it either, the lack of attention that your first kid gets. Because all your attention is going to the baby, but you have like this 1.5-year-old that is still technically like kind of a baby, and they need your emotional support. They need you to be patient with them and understanding. And I was so stressed in the beginning that, I always pushed Luna away, or to put it in to put it in simple terms, Luna had to grow out of her toddler stage really fast because I needed her to. Because I needed her to understand, you need to wait a moment because I'm going to put the baby to bed. Or you need to wait because the baby's crying and I need to take care of him before you. And a 1-year-old doesn't understand that, you know, but she had to understand that. She had to learn. And, you know, it pushed her out of her toddler stage, out of the tantrum stage really fast. And I'm glad that she's become the big girl that she needed to be for me. But no kid should have to, like, you know, no kid should have to, like, beg their parents for attention or beg their parents to play with them or cry because, you know, they don't feel like they're being emotionally supported. So yeah, I feel like I wasn't able to be there, and I'm still not able to be there 100% for Luna the way that she deserved me to be. So yeah, that's one thing, you know, like sometimes the baby wanted to be carried and I didn't want to carry both of them, you know, so I just couldn't carry her. Or one thing that I hate to do, that I still hate to do, sometimes it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to put the baby to sleep, and during that time Luna's always like screaming for me, so I have to give her the tablet with like YouTube Kids running, and she can just click on different videos. And I hate it because I always told myself that I wasn't gonna give that stuff to my kids so young. But honestly, the tablet has become like her grandma, you know. It's a device that helps me, a device that distracts her so I can, you know, do other things like put the baby to sleep. So those are the challenges that I've gone through. Just little to no healing recovery time, no sleep at all during the night, during the day, no downtime, harder to get babysitters. My relationship was affected. Your kids one gets less attention. So those were all my challenges. But this one like positive thing kind of like overpowers all the challenges, and it's that they are the cutest playmates. And I know that's why a lot of people want to have kids back to back, so they can be like best friends and playmates. You don't know if they're really gonna get along that well. So it's like it's like a chance you have to be willing to take. But but they do play so cute right now. They just kind of started when Zaid started walking. When Zaid started walking is when they started really like hitting it off, you know. So they're like awesome playmates. I don't have to play with her all day, you know. They kind of play with each other. Another thing is that they're both learning from each other. So she's learning how to like share her toys with the baby. She's learning how to put him sometimes first before herself. She's learning how to be kind. And he's just learning things a little bit faster. He's learning words faster. He's learning gestures faster. But yeah, they like learn from each other, and it's the cutest thing. Also, you know, if you think about like them in the future going to school, they're gonna be learning together. So whether you're homeschooling, unschooling, traditionally schooling, whatever, they're gonna be kind of on the same page. Especially if you're homeschooling, because you can kind of teach him the same subject almost like around the same time, and it's just pretty cool to have both kids on the same level. But yeah, those are my challenges, and then, you know, what makes all those challenges worth it? I love my family, I love my kids. I wouldn't take anything back, but it does make me think everything through a little bit more for the future. But yeah, thanks for listening.